Alright, I got my glasses on so I can see what the fuck I'm doing. Might not work out this well, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the wall of Sega games I have, or Genesis games to be more better precise there. And not to brag, but just to go through them and say why I have them and why I love them. You know, it's not about saying, oh my God, this is what I have. It's about, I don't know, because I've been debating whether I should keep them or not. But I just can't get rid of them. And I guess so this inspires me to maybe explain why. I don't know. We'll see. Who the fuck knows? We'll see. All right. This ain't even fucking really focusing. Piece of shit. How come this ain't focusing, man? What the fuck? Alright, well, anyway. 688. That's awesome. I mean, when you were playing Genesis, 688 Attack Sub, a sim like that, it's like, what the fuck, man? It was, and M1's Abram attack is the same way. Oh, come on, focus, man. Fucking cunt. Alright. It's the same way. Everyone's Abram tank, like, they were so deep. When you played them, you're like, and like, back then it was incredible. Afterburner 2, I mean, arcade port, it was okay. Alice Kid, I never got into these fucking games. Where's the focus? There? I guess the focus is like, is there a way to focus this shit? I don't see it. Oh, there it goes. Alright, that's better. I hit the fucking camera and it's just all of a sudden focused. Okay. Alien Storm, they totally changed the arcade experience from there. I don't know if it was that great. Elysia Dragoon, awesome graphics, cool game. I don't think it's published by Sega, even though it's in the Sega box, original Sega box. It's just weird, like pointing the way it points around. I like a lot of people think it's cool and shit, but I just never got into like the play mechanic of like pointing the thing and trying to lock on and point the thing around and move it around and shit while you're trying to move your person around. I don't know. It's a cool game, and I'm definitely gonna revisit it again at some point, and really give it some extra time when I'm retired, because I think it deserves it for just the graphics alone, and just to see if I can get the gameplay to work for me. Walter Beast, Pac-In, I don't know. I guess the graphics were good for the fucking arcade, but I thought the game sucked. Monaco GP 2, I love the first one. The second one, never got into. Batman Returns, just another Batman game. Never thought it was that great. Bonanza Brothers, I don't know, man. Never really quite caught on what was so good about this arcade game. I mean, I was around for the beginning of the arcades, and maybe it was good at one point, but I never thought it was that great. I mean, I played it. It's cool. It's sort of like a really basic fucking, what's that game there? I forget, whatever there, but where you go in other rooms and you get power-ups, and I'll reference it when we get to it, but I can't remember the name of it. California Games always was great. Only because I like the surfing. The surfing part was cool. Castle Illusion rocks. I mean, when that shit came out, the graphics and the smooth like animation, and you know, I mean, I don't like to have to hit again for the butt bounce, but it was still such a great game. It was cool. Shakan, I don't know, man. Never really. I don't know. I guess it looks cool, but it really worked for me. Chi Boys, nah. It's kind of like Bonanza Brothers. It's just another one that's just never hooked. Columns, I'm not a fucking Tetris fan, so I don't play it. Now here's one. Death Duel. This doesn't get nowhere near enough credit. This fucking game rocks your world. If you get into it and play it for a while, oh my god, it's great. It is, and for like what the hardware can do and the type of gameplay it can give you, and then the tongue-in-cheek humor of it, man, Razor Salt's best game without a doubt. Fucking blows away any other ones that are like more famous. The Cap Attack kind of like comes in with Shakan. Later releases. I mean, the Cap Attack, it's good. Just has a bazillion million levels. It just nothing about them really like hooks you. They're all good, and they're all there. And, you definitely got your money's worth if you were a kid. But I got this game later on after I was like, already had the Genesis for fucking many years, and I don't know. It is still one of their better games as a platformer. I never completed it, so maybe that's why I'm saying it didn't hook me good enough. Because any game that did hook me, I definitely completed, man. Dick Tracy, excellent fucking game, man. And for its time, and for the lineage that it came in, the time it came out on the Genesis, fucking stellar gameplay. Original as hell, didn't copy off anybody, and took a license and made it a great game out of it. Dungeon Explorer, Dungeons and Dragons. I finished this bitch, and I was never one of those guys that played that kind of card game thing, whatever there. This is a fucking great game, a deep, enjoyable, and very fun. If you like stats and all that kind of, you gotta know like stats. You gotta like fucking what's the paper with the squares on it? I forget, man. I used to make all my maps. I forget what that paper's called, but you can make your own maps. All right, you go to Dolphin. Excellent game, fucking killer. Fucking, it's a great game. I don't give a shit what anybody says. It could be too hard. Could be whatever. You know what? It's perfect. It's fucking take that cartridge and say, look, this is all I have. I got a Sega Genesis equal to Dolphin. All right, I'm a kid. I'm not getting another game for fucking another year. And bam, you will enjoy the shit. You wire that fucking, you get it down. Because the developers knew what they were doing, but just everybody doesn't get it. Fantasia, broken gameplay, good graphics. Ghouls or Ghosts. Enough said. Perfect. Golden Axe. If you don't know and you didn't play it, perfect. Green Dog. That's another one that comes in late in the game and just didn't live up to shit. Herzog Sui. I actually played other grid-based strategy games before I ever got into this, or even tried it, or even played it. And so it didn't get me the same way other people, got hooked on it. But I have played it, and it's a good game. Jewel Master, it's like a generic. It's definitely generic. Platformer type game. It has some, it has its own stuff to it, but it just was never that exciting where it got me connected to it. Because you picked from the different things and stuff, the power-ups, the combined stuff. And, I mean, that's a game I have to try again and put more time into. Kid Chameleon kind of goes with the Cap Attack, bazillions of levels, and more the modern Sega that was riding the wave. But they weren't like sitting on their ass. They were putting out good games. Both of them are good games, and they put them out. Last Battle, big sprites, gameplay that used to just irritate the shit out of me, but I played it anyway because that's what I had. And you could eventually get into it. It's brutal. It's stripped down, but it had the big sprites and it had some, the bosses were just annoying as fuck. And that's what it was. Moonwalker. It was a pretty good game. It was okay. I mean, for a licensed game, it was good. It's all right. I mean, that Resistance, I think it was a decent port of an arcade game. I thought it was all right. Mystic Defender. Now we're talking. That was a killer motherfucker. Okay? There was a game, I believe on the Master System, that was this precursor. And they probably both had the same name in Japan. But in America, it was renamed to Mystic Defender. Was it released by Sega? Or I forget who released it. I don't think it was Sega, though. I'll tell you what, man. Fucking awesome game. Outrun is Outrun, man. Outrun's good. No, Outrun's not good. Outrun's great. And the Genesis version, for what it was worthwhile. Okay? It was worthwhile. I guess you know what I'm going to do? I'll finish through these original type of box art things and I'll cut it off there. I could go on forever. Phantasy Star 3, never played more than probably a couple hours into it. Well, enough to where it was switching. Wasn't my game. Revenge of the Shinobi, favorite game, known to man in this fucking house. Shadow Dancer, awesome game. Cheers, Daz, I know you love it. I think it was a great game too. It's a good game. It's different from the Shinobi series, but it's good. Way better than Shinobi on Saturn. Shining Force, please. What a fucking game. I mean, it just hooked me from when I started playing it till I finished playing it. Shining in the Darkness. Now, a lot of people love this. I tried. I haven't played it I haven't played it since probably after 95. I mean, let me put it like, to separate a time. Like, pre-95 was you played it when it was relevant to its time, and then after 95 you played it where it wasn't relevant no more. It was just, collector type status gaming. And I never played it after 95, but before 95, I tried to get into it. Never could get into it. It just, something about it was just too simplistic. Slaughter Sport. It tried. But, with the Genesis fucking, and Razor Soft without being a first party major title game player, it didn't pull it off. It was import. I think it was called something else. I think a Fat Man's Game or something, or I was thinking something else. Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, we just skipped those. Space Harrier 2, never was a fan of the arcade game. Maybe the Genesis game is good. Now, Spider-Man. My favorite Spider-Man game is right here. And, when I go back to it, it doesn't seem as great. But I remember playing it at its time of release. And playing it and finishing it and just loving the fuck out of it. So, Streets of Rage, enough said. Streets of Rage 2, enough said. Strider, oh my god. I fucking went to New York City to get this game before it was released in America. Went in this alleyway. Well, I went to a store and they fucking called somebody and they go, he'll meet you on fucking 80th Street in this fucking alley. Well, I went in the alley, then it went into this house. There was only a TV and a video game system hooked up to it. That's all they had. But this is New York City, man. Shit's crazy there. All right? And I bought a used copy of Strider for probably $90 or something. Oh, wait a second. No, I'm fucked up. That's what I did with Street Fighter for the Super Nintendo. I know I bought Street Fighter. I bought Strider as the import. I think I bought it at a local game shop. Never mind what I just said. Just a fucking drunk old man being stupid. Super Hang-On, fucking kick-ass game. Play the shit out of it. You still pop it in any time and just play for fucking fun. Sort of Vermilion. I never thought it was that great. And I got into it and I played through it and I enjoyed the fuck out of it. And then I still didn't think it was that great. But then I think it's good. I just can't make my mind on that. Terminator. Fucking killer game. Awesome. We're getting out of the fucking checkered, the original Genesis games. I think, I don't know, Sega CD version, cartridge version. I go with the card because I probably finished that one. I never finished the Sega CD version. We're down here. We're getting, and there's some still mixed old cards, so I'll keep going. We got Tasmania. I love playing this game when it came out. I thought it was fucking fun as hell. Toe Jam and Earl. Enough said. If you never got into Toe Jam and Earl, then you don't know what the fuck, man. Tommy Lasorda baseball, fucking great. I'm not a baseball guy. That's a fun game. Wonder Boy and Monster. I'm gonna get some haters here. Never was a fan of Wonder Boy or any of those, the new ones, the old ones, or any of that shit. I don't know, man. It just doesn't fucking click for me. World of Illusion. Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. I think it's a good game. I enjoyed it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish out this shelf, even though it doesn't have the classic Sega designs. And we'll just call it a day there, because, you know what? I'm sure you people got better things to do than listen to me rant. Worms. I traded a very common GameCube game. It was expensive, but I don't know. I forget what the fuck game it was. Somebody in Brazil. When I used to use game trading a lot, and that's how I got Worms from Brazil. I traded a GameCube. I think it was a Zelda GameCube game, and I guess it was hard to get down there. I don't know, but he was, to me that was a common game. But I traded to him. I guess Worms is more common there, so. And it came. I traded Heat. It was a fair, even trade, and I got it. And Worms is kind of tough on the resolution of Genesis, but how could I pass up on a fucking Worms game on Sega Genesis? Same for the same game next to it, Duke Nukem, exact same story. I got it from Brazil. I forget whether I bought it or I think I bought that one, but not for a lot. I mean, nowadays. And what's considered a lot? Back then, I wouldn't have spent more than $20 on a game, so that tells you that. Beggar Prince, that's the original one there. That's a cool release. We got Strider, and the original Batman. I had the original Batman I bought from this video game store. The same little box. What a game. Oh my God, before it came out in America. Loved the shit out of it. I thought it was so great. And I lent it to my nephew, and then his house burned down, so I never got it back. So I actually re-bought that from Japan within the past couple of years just to have it because, I mean, the American version's there too, but I had that one, so I wanted to have it back. Buster's Hidden Treasure. Never really played it. Zombies. Good game. Enjoy the shit out of it. Rackonite. Good game. I need to still put more time into it because I never got it till I was older and I still haven't had enough time to put the real time into it. Contra. Pfft, what can you say, man? Fucking great game. Enjoyed the shit out of that. And then toys. I forget. I know I played one of the toys game that was really cool, but I'm going to finish talking right now because I'm out of true insight into my collection. So I'll let you go. And that was just the beginning of it. This is not like saying, oh my God, look what I have. This is just like why I have stuff and I don't know. Share it with you guys. And if you don't care, you don't care. If you do, I hope you do. And I know you guys love your games and I love mine. So talk to you all later. And Merry Christmas to everybody. Peace. Later.